welcome. In this segment, you will learn how to design an exercise plan as a part of your weight loss journey. Energy balance is a key concept for weight loss. Energy balance includes the calories taken in from food, protein, fat, and carbohydrate, and the calories used through exercise, daily activities, and resting metabolism. If calories taken in are equal to calories used, a person's weight should remain the same. But in order to lose weight, we need to tip the balance to create a negative energy balance. In designing your weight loss plan, we will do this in two ways. First, by reducing the number of calories taken in and also increasing the number of calories used. You probably already know that increased planned exercise is a great way to tip the calorie balance. It is important to include exercise not only for the time being while you're trying to lose the weight, but make it part of your life to keep the weight off in the long run. We have all heard of the weight loss reality shows where many people have lost tremendous amount of weight while on the fitness or diet program, but once they go back to old habits and reduce or quit the exercise routine, they end up gaining the weight back and in many cases end up heavier than when they first started the program. Exercise does not need to be perfect, it just needs to be done. There will be, of course, times when you feel sick or maybe you're on a holiday. There will also be lazy days when you just don't feel like doing much. The important thing is to include some physical activity to your normal day-to-day routine and stick to it. Some of the benefits of exercising include weight loss, improved sleep, improved mood, lower stress levels, decreased risk of cancer and heart disease, and even an increased chance of living longer. In designing an exercise plan for yourself, you need to consider two very important questions. Number one, what are my capabilities and restrictions? Consider what you're capable of doing. If you have a health condition or you have recently been through treatment or surgery, you will need to speak with your primary care provider so that you may select a best exercise appropriate for you and your condition. This will help prevent injury and help you select the type of exercise that is appropriate for your condition, age, lifestyle, and likes. Number two, what are the physical activities that you enjoy doing? It is much easier to stick to something you like. Explore hidden hobbies, maybe try something new and exciting. It is important to have fun while losing weight. Now let's look at the duration. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics Evidence Analysis Library, the amount of exercise needed to lose weight is between 150 and 420 minutes per week. Unless, of course, there are some kind of medical problems. 150 minutes is the minimum number of minutes per week. Less than that does not really result in any significant weight loss unless the person is on a very restrictive diet. The guidelines point out that there is a correlation between the number of minutes of exercise and the amount of weight loss. More minutes or duration of exercise equal more weight loss. Considering this information and your condition and capabilities, you can make a decision on how often and how long to exercise. Now let's look at the intensity because not all workouts are created equal. Your personal exercise plan must also include the intensity of the exercise. This is an indication of how hard you're working. It is generally divided in three categories: light, moderate, and vigorous. Before you select a level and type of exercise, it is important to understand your maximum heart rate. Here is a simple formula to help you calculate it. To calculate your maximum heart rate, subtract your age from 220. Check your pulse throughout your workout to determine your heart rate range. For instance, if you're 20 years old, your maximum heart rate is 220 minus 20, which would be 200. For a 20-year-old, light exercise would mean keeping your heart rate below 100 beats per minute. Now let's look at the intensity levels. Light physical activity. This is the type of exercise that will not cause you to break a sweat or speed up your breathing. The simplest method for determining your intensity of your workout is the talk test. You should be able to sing while performing light exercise. Light exercise is also defined as working out at less than 50% of your maximum heart rate. Some examples are leisure walking, gardening, light housework, relaxed bike ride, fishing, etc. Now let's look at the moderate intensity zone. Use heart rate to evaluate whether you're working at an adequate intensity during aerobic activities. For a moderate intensity workout, aim for a heart rate that is between 50 and 70% of your maximum heart rate. For example, if you are 40 years old, your maximum heart rate is 180 beats per minute. Your moderate intensity zone thus is between 90 and 126 beats per minute. General recommendation is to fit in at least 150 minutes of activities in this zone every week. Moderate physical activities are those activities that get you moving fast enough or strenuously enough to burn off 3 to 6 times as much energy per minute as you do when you're sitting quietly. Some examples are brisk walking, dancing, bicycling, lawn mowing, and others. Now let's see the vigorous physical activities. A vigorous intensity heart rate zone is between 70 and 85% of your maximum heart rate. For the 40-year-old example, aim between 126 and 153 beats per minute. With 75 minutes per week at this intensity level, you meet the CDC exercise recommendations for health. This is a very intense physical exercise that is more than 6 times the metabolic equivalent. Some examples are jumping rope, hiking uphill, race jogging, soccer, heavy house chores like shoveling, and others. Follow these steps to help you create your exercise routine. Number 1. Choose an activity that you like: biking, walking, swimming, or a combination of activities. Number 2. Determine the frequency: how many days per week. Number 3. Determine the intensity: how vigorous the activity will be. Number 4. Set a duration: how many minutes per exercise session. Here are a few examples. Example number 1. I will walk 5 days a week at moderate intensity, 30 minutes per day. In this example, we included frequency, intensity, and duration. This is a 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity exercise, and keep in mind this is the minimum amount for weight loss. Example number 2. I will jog 5 days per week at vigorous intensity, 45 minutes per day. This adds up to 225 minutes per week at vigorous intensity. Example number 3. Combination of activities. If you like, for example, bike and walk, 3 days a week for biking, 3 days a week for walking. The intensity might vary, so biking would be a vigorous intensity, walking would be a moderate intensity, and it would be 40-minute duration for biking, 60-minute duration for walking. The biggest barrier and most common excuse for not exercising is time. There are only so many hours in a day. You have to make planned exercise a priority and schedule it. Put it on your calendar. Try to think creatively about how you can work your exercise into your day that's already full of other activities. Think of it this way: you will probably never find the time to exercise. You need to make the time to exercise for yourself, for your health, and for your weight loss. Here are some important safety rules. Always allow time to warm up and stretch. This will prevent injury. Always allow time to cool down. Drinking fluids before you start exercising and drinking additional water during exercise that lasts longer than 45 minutes is crucial. It's really important to invest in a good pair of shoes. As long as your physician approves, you can add weight training. Consider weather conditions for outdoor activities. You want to set minimum and maximum temperatures at which you will not go outside to exercise if you selected activities that are outdoor exercises. Stay disciplined and remember to reach out to your nutritionist or wellness coach for support. Mahalo and aloha.